aspirants, a very warm good evening to all of you. Today we will be moving ahead with our PPT and the topic was verbs. Today we will see another division of verb, another categorization, and that is on the basis of time. We divide verb into finite verb and non-finite verb. Earlier we did division of verb. Earlier we did division of verb on the basis of usage and we divided it into main verb and auxiliary verb. Main verb is transitive and intransitive in nature. Auxiliary verb is primary auxiliary verb and modal auxiliary verb. We have completed this topic. Now we will be moving ahead to another division, another categorization, which is on the basis of tense, that is sense of time. Okay, we divide verb into finite verb and non-finite verb. Finite verb is the verb where we are talking about the sense of time in the sentence, which is tense. In non-finite verb, we are not talking about the sense of time. There is no reflection of time. Finite verb are often the main verb in a sentence that shows a particular tense. For example, Riya is working in Delhi. It is showing time frame that an action is in present and in progress. Non-finite verb do not show time. For example, Raman loves to sing. Here to sing is non-finite verb. Now let's look at what are finite verb ones. Finite verbs के अंदर हम basically tenses को count करते हैं जिसमें हमें sense of time का पता चलता है किसी भी sentence के अंदर, जिसको हमने divide किया है present tense में, past tense में और future tense में, और फिर इनकी further divisions होती हैं indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Now we will be moving ahead and doing infinite verb और non-finite verb today, so that हम अपनी next class के अंदर tenses को comprehensively cover कर लें और हमें और अच्छे से समझ में आए. So the topic is non-finite verb. This topic has been asked in the paper again and again. पिछले साल भी CDS में there were 2 questions from this particular topic और NDA में there was 1 question. In NDA 2 2023 and CDS 2 2023 में there were 2 questions और भी बहुत सारे papers हैं जिनमें ये topic बार बार repeat होकर आ रहा है. Non-finite verb के अंदर हम बात करते हैं जब हमें time के sense के बारे में नहीं पता है, when we are not aware of the sense of time or number of the verb. इस जो ये verbs होती हैं, they are multifunctional over here. Okay, we talked about how verbs are action words and everything. In this non-finite verb, we'll see the multifunctionality of verbs, how verbs are acting as nouns, adjectives. Okay, so we divide non-finite verb into gerund, participle and infinitive. Gerund, participle, infinitive. Now there are certain examples given to you. Okay, we'll read them and then we'll just directly do our topic. Would you like to have one more coffee? Fed up with the traffic jams, she dropped the plan of celebrating outside. The test being cancelled, I decided to stay home and solve some PYQs. चलो, अब सबसे पहले start करते हैं infinitive से. Infinitive होता क्या है? Infinitive एक वो पार्ट है नॉन फाइनाइट वर्ब का जहां पर हम वर्ब को यूज करते हैं विद टू. ओके, infinitive इज द बेस ऑफ अ वर्ब ऑफन प्रीसीडेड बाय टू. देखा होगा हमने बहुत सारी जगह टू के साथ वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म का यूज होते हुए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई वॉन्ट टू गो, ही ट्राइड टू फाइंड फॉल्ट्स इन एवरीथिंग. ठीक है, यहां पर टू गो और to find infinitive है. It acts like a noun and can be used as subject and object both. Okay, infinitive होता है जब हम verb की फर्स्ट फॉर्म को to के साथ यूज करते हैं. ठीक है, जैसे यहाँ पर एग्जाम्पल्स दे दिए हैं. अब इसको ये how does it act? So here the verb acts as a noun in the form of base verb preceded by to. Okay, it can act as subject or it can act as object. Let's take an example of subject. Okay, to err is a human. Human beings make mistakes. That is the here to err. Okay, then object of the verb I want to go. Okay, here to go is acting as an object. Clear everyone? लेकिन बहुत सारे और verbs होते हैं जैसे bid, let, make, need, dare, see, hear, जहां पर हम infinitive को बिना to के यूज करते हैं. जैसे bid him go there, bid him to go there नहीं, let him sit here. So to sit नहीं यूज किया है, खाली sit यूज किया है. यहाँ पर we have just used the base verb. Okay, we have not used to here. Okay, जैसे bid him go there, let him sit here, make him run, we need not do this, you dare not go out, I saw him do it, I heard him cry. Okay, so non-finite verb deals with the multifunctionality of the verb. The first categorization, infinite, infinitive, is when we are using the base of the verb preceded by to. For example, I want to go, he tried to find faults. यहाँ पर जो हमारा infinitive है वो noun की तरह act करता है and can be subject or object of the verb. लेकिन कुछ और verbs हैं जैसे bid, let, make, need, dare, see, hear, जहां पर हम infinitive को यूज करते हैं बिना to के. ओके, जैसे ये कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स गिवन है. नेक्स्ट, infinitive without to और कहाँ यूज होता है? with modals. I told you simple modal, modal के बाद फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब लगती है, तो यहाँ पर भी हम to यूज नहीं करते हैं. ठीक है, I will pay the bill, not I will to pay the bill. Okay, you can speak English here. So एक तो हम यूज करते हैं infinitive को with certain verbs like bid, sit, let, make. Okay, और हम इसको यूज करते हैं दूसरा modals के साथ. ठीक है, या फिर after, had better, had rather, would rather, soon, sooner than, rather than. यहाँ पर you had better ask permission, you had better to ask permission नहीं होगा. I had rather play chess, not to play. Okay, clear this much? Now अब infinitive का यूज कैसे कर सकते हैं? पहले as subject, to find false is easy, example है ये इसका. Next as an object of a verb, I like to play cards, so as an object. Okay, next as a complement, his duty, what is his duty? His duty is to write neatly, so here it is acting as a complement. Then as an object of a preposition, he is about to begin, so as preposition also we can use infinitive. Next, और कहाँ use होता है? To qualify a verb, जहाँ पर हमें verb का purpose के बारे में बात करना है. For example, we eat to live. What is the purpose of eating? To live. Okay. Next, to qualify an adjective, जैसे figs are good to eat. Next, to qualify a noun, this is not the time to play, so it is qualifying which time. Okay, next to qualify a sentence, he was petrified, so to speak. Clear everyone? Anyone having any doubts in this particular topic? Anyone having any questions? Let me have a look. No. All right everyone. Next, participle. Now what is participle? This is the another categorization of non-finite verb. Okay, participle में होता क्या है? अभी हमने देखा infinitive के अंदर जो verb है that is acting as a noun. In participle the verb is going to act as an adjective. When verb acts as an adjective, it is called participle. It is partly a verb and partly an adjective. ओके अब हमने इसको भी दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया है. पहला होता है प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल, दूसरा होता है पास्ट पार्टिसिपल. ओके प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल का मतलब है व्हेन आई एम यूजिंग वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म एंड आईएनजी एज एन एडजेक्टिव. Past participle is when I am using third form of the verb as the adjective. Now let's look at some examples. Loudly knocking at the gates, he demanded admission. Loudly knocking at the gates, he demanded admission. So here knocking at the gates. Next, time misspent is time lost. Here misspent and lost are actually verbs which are qualifying time. Next, rolling stone gathers no moss. Stone is noun, rolling is actually a verb which is qualifying a noun, so it's working as an adjective. So in participle, verb acts as an adjective. It is a participle which is partly a verb and partly an adjective. Okay, it is further divided into present and past. Present is when verb की first form of the verb plus ing is used as an adjective, then it is called present participle. For example, I saw a burning train. So here burning, it is actually a verb but here acting as an adjective and qualifying the train. Next, I saw a girl carrying a basket of fruits. So carrying a basket of fruits, carrying, it is again what? Present participle. Next, जब भी हम verb की third form use करेंगे और उसको as an adjective use करेंगे where it is qualifying a noun, where it is representing a completed action or a state of something, then it is past participle. For example, we saw trees laden with fruits. Next, blinded by a dust storm, he fell into a pit. यहाँ पर laden और blinded are acting as qualities, qualifying a noun. Okay, next, participle के अंदर हमने देखा है, as we know that there is present participle and there is past participle. Both of them are working as adjectives. अब adjectives के अंदर हमने देखा है degrees of comparison होता है, ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर भी participle में भी degree of comparison होता है. जैसे education is the most pressing need of our society, not here education, of our society. ये मैंने गलत लिख दिया है. तो over here education is the most, यहाँ पर superlative degree यूज की गई है the most, and यहाँ पर I have used verb की first form and ing which is present participle acting as an adjective and qualifying need. Okay, next, he was known as the most learned man of his time. Again the most, यहाँ पर क्या हो जाएगा? learned. Okay, so यहाँ पर हम past participle use कर रहे हैं as an adjective. Okay, अब participles कैसे qualify करते हैं noun और pronoun को? पहला attributively, मतलब जो हम there are ये this I am going to do it in adjectives. Adjectives कैसे qualify करते हैं? पहला होता है attributively, दूसरा होता है predicatively. Attributively का मतलब होता है जब भी मेरा adjective noun से पहले आए, ठीक है. दूसरा होता है predicatively जिसका मतलब मेरा adjective noun के या pronoun के बाद आए, ठीक है. तो participle भी qualify करते हैं. पहला है attributively जहां पर adjectives first position में use होते हैं noun से पहले. ओके, जैसे a rolling stone gathers no moss. यहाँ पर a क्या है? indefinite article. rolling क्या है? वैसे तो it's a verb, but here it is qualifying the noun state, noun stone, that is why it is going to be present participle. Gathers is verb की first form with s and es, then no moss. Okay, so यहाँ पर this is noun and यहाँ पर rolling which is a verb is acting as a present participle qualifying stone. Next, a lost opportunity never returns. Here opportunity is noun, a is indefinite article. और यहाँ पर lost क्या है, verb की थर्ड फॉर्म है, which is acting as an adjective to this opportunity. That is why यहाँ पर ये कैसे काम कर रहा है, it is acting as a past participle. All right everyone. Next is predicatively. Predicatively का मतलब है when adjective is in the second position after the noun. For example, he looks worried. Next, he kept me waiting. Clear everyone? Next, absolutely with the noun or pronoun going before. The weather being rainy, I stayed indoors. The sea being smooth, we went for sailing. Many having arrived, we were freed from anxiety. Here the participle is qualifying absolutely. Next, gerund. This is the third category of non-finite verb, and in this we'll see how. देखो, इससे पहले हमने पढ़ा इन्फिनेटिव, जहां पर व्हाट इज द फॉर्म, टू प्लस वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म, ठीक है, यूज हो रहा है एज ए नाउन. देन वी डिड पार्टिसिपल, ओके, जहां पर प्रेजेंट के अंदर वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म और आईएनजी, और पास्ट के अंदर वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म, दोनों के दोनों कैसे एक्ट कर रहे हैं, इट इज एक्टिंग एज एन एडजेक्टिव. ठीक है, अब इसके अलावा है जिरन. जिरन के अंदर क्या होता है, व्हेन वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म एंड आईएनजी एक्ट्स एज अ नाउन, देन इट इज कॉल्ड जिरन. फॉर एग्जांपल, व्हेन first form of verb plus ing act as a noun, it is called gerund. For example, reading is his pastime, is his favorite pastime. तो यहाँ पर reading, okay, एक और चीज हम याद रखेंगे, जब भी हम gerunds की बात करते हैं, here the verb is acting as a noun. So we are not talking about reading as in पढ़ना. Here we are talking about activity reading. Okay, so that is important to understand. यहाँ पर verb मेरी कैसे act कर रही है, यहाँ पर my verb is acting as a noun. So it is very very important to keep in mind this. Reading is his favorite pastime. He is fond of hoarding money. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर it is acting as a noun. As अब एक चीज, जैसे यहाँ पर भी देखो verb की फर्स्ट फॉर्म और ing यूज हो रहा है, और पार्टिसिपल में, प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल में भी वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म और आईएनजी यूज हो रहा है. सो जैसे जिरेंड और प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल दोनों के दोनों आईएनजी से एंड करते हैं. ठीक है, दिस वी डिड कि जैसे पार्टिसिपल के अंदर प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल में भी हमारे पास वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म और आईएनजी यूज हो रहा है एज एन एडजेक्टिव, और जिरेंड में वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म और आईएनजी यूज हो रहा है एज अ नाउन. So we need to keep in mind this, and we have to be very careful while distinguishing it. The gerund has the force of a noun and a verb. इसीलिए इसको बोला जाता है verbal noun. जो हमारा present participle होता है, it has the force of an adjective and verb. तो इसको बोला जाता है verbal adjective. Example, he is fond of swimming. नेक्स्ट, सीइंग इज बिलीविंग. यहाँ पर सीइंग भी और बिलीविंग भी दोनों के दोनों मेरे पास क्या है, जिरंड है. यहाँ पर स्विमिंग भी मेरे पास क्या है, जिरंड है. नेक्स्ट, एग्जांपल्स ऑफ प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल, प्लेइंग क्रिकेट. क्रिकेट इज नाउन, एंड हियर प्लेइंग व्हिच इज एक्चुअली अ वर्ब इज एक्टिंग एज एन एडजेक्टिव as it is qualifying the noun cricket. Playing cricket he gained health. Next, अब seeing is believing का, seeing he believed. So यहाँ पर seeing क्या है, seeing we are not talking about an activity, I'm not talking about seeing as in देखना, but here seeing is actually acting as an adjective which is describing or qualifying a noun. Clear everyone? Is this clear? Anything to ask here? Jiren. Next, now we have to see कि हम जिरन को कहाँ यूज करते हैं. ठीक है, और कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं. हम जिरन को सब्जेक्ट की तरह यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे सीइंग इज बिलीविंग, या फिर हम इसको ऑब्जेक्ट की तरह भी यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे सीइंग इज बिलीविंग में सीइंग तो सब्जेक्ट है, बिलीविंग इज ऑब्जेक्ट. सो दोनों की तरह यूज हो रहा है यहाँ पर. नेक्स्ट, हंटिंग डियर इज नॉट अलाउड. नेक्स्ट, एज द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ अ वर्ब, स्टॉप playing, children love making sand castles. ठीक है. Next, as the complement of a verb, what I most detest is smoking. Seeing is believing. Now it is acting as subject, it can act as an object or a complement of the verb or the object of a preposition, as we have read earlier with infinitive as well as with participle. Okay, he was punished for telling a lie. Okay, so telling a lie. Clear everyone? यहाँ पर I am tired of walking. Okay, what I most detest is smoking. Seeing is believing. Here seeing is what? Subject. Believing is what? Object. Clear everyone? This is very, very important. Okay, in non-finite verb we see the multifunctionality of the verb. Okay, in infinitive we see how 2 plus verb ki first form is acting as a noun. Then in participle we saw how in present participle verb ki first form and ing is acting as an adjective and verb ki third form is acting as an adjective qualifying a noun. Then in gerund also we saw how verb ki first form and ing acts as a noun. Now there are certain questions that came in your previous year paper. Okay, so I am going to write it here and I want all of you to solve these questions and then answer in the comment section so that we can get back to you. So the first question is, many people came from far away places to prayed at the temple on the auspicious day. This question, then here is no error. This is option A, this is option B, this is option C. You have to spot the error and this is a question of CDS 2 2023. Okay. Next question is, they had promised to deliver the bags before mid-March to enable us to inaugurate the shop. No error. These are the two questions that I would give as homework for all of you to solve, and I want all of my students to comment in the comment section the answers of these two questions. The first question is, you have to spot the errors. There are going to be 4 options given to you. If you think there is no error, you can write D, no error, and if you think there is error in A, B or C, you should write A and further tell what is the error there. Okay, though in the paper it is not very important for you to know कि क्या मतलब error क्यों है और इसकी जगह क्या आना चाहिए. एग्जाम में सिर्फ इतना पता होना चाहिए कि हाँ यहाँ error है और ये ठीक होगा. That is important. But when we are solving PYQ, so we should know the answers also, right? We should know the reason behind it. So the first is, many people came from far away places to pray at the temple on the auspicious day. So many people came is option A, from far away places to pray is option B, at the temple on the auspicious day is option C, and option D is no error. The second is they had promised to deliver. This is option A. The bags before mid-March is option B. To enable us to inaugurate the shop is option C, and then you have no error. Please comment down the answers of these two questions so that we can revert back to you as soon as possible. That is all for today. I tried to cover non-infinite verb very comprehensively, and in the upcoming classes we would be doing tenses, active passive voice, narration, and then we will be solving PYQs of CDS and NDA. I want all of you to answer to these questions in the comment section. That is all for today, everyone. If you like this video, please send it to your friends so that they can also learn together and you all clear your exams with the desired results as soon as possible. Thank you everyone for joining us in our live session.